Hello, Dr. DeCanter here with another of the Big Four process, how we change Sally, and I call everyone Sally when we do these little runs at these expos to show you exactly how the process works. But again, the Big Four process, Sally was having a problem with, well, the subconscious told us what it was. She just wasn't happy. She was an older woman, just was not happy about life. Actually was thinking about going through a divorce, and she's been married for quite a long time. So when we did the Big Four process, within 5 minutes, you'll see from the video, which I will post right after this, she had somewhat of a change, and it was good for her because she understood what the feeling was. So the Big Four process, again, the 36 cards, they come in a packet with sacred geometry, so you're hooked up to the cards. And with the sacred geometry and the cards, your subconscious is picking up the whole situation, not what you think, because people are liars. We don't tell the truth. Our subconscious knows the truth. Again, the Big Four process, 4-part being: spiritual, mental, emotional, physical. Whatever you think about, you create a mental image, which produces an emotion, which alters physical body, matter, paradigm shift, and that's what happens. So when the subconscious works with you, it will work through you. Because again, your thoughts, each thought has a different emotion. A spiritual thought is God hates me, or emotional is I hate you, or a mental block be I'm useless, I'm worthless. Physical block be like a heart attack, something simple. That is physical. If you get in an accident and you get killed, that's physical. Nothing to do with your thoughts there. Now, the thing is, the 4 parts of who you are. That's why it's called the Big Four process. So what she did was, as we went through this, her mental card, when Sally had put on the sacred geometry, the mental card that she picked was I understand. The emotional card was shoulds to freedom. The physical block energy point, now block energy point is either an organ, gland, or system. It was circulation and sex. And the specific location was actually her elbow. So with these 3 cards, with the Big Four process, and we do this every morning, you can clear your day, you can have a better day. When you do the Big Four process, we have 3 of the Big Four. We have the mental, emotional, and physical. So what I did with this process was, with these 4, we create a mantra. So what we did with Sally was we created a mantra. Now the mantra always has to use, obviously, this stuff. So the mantra is, today, I understand that I am free. Now, as she says that, and you'll see in the video, and again, she would just say to yourself, if you pull these cards, you would say to yourself, I understand, today I understand I am free. I am free. Today I understand I am free. And what we did, now as you're doing this, because again, I always mention Louise Hayes, if an emotion of the shoulds are held in you, it has to be expressed in the body. Emotions are expressed through the body. If they're not expressed through the body, they're expressed in the body as disease. Remember that. What you think about, you become. If you think you have cancer every day, you're going to probably get cancer. So here you go with this. So again, with Sally, what we did with Sally was we had her say the mantra. Now I helped her through this because we're at the expo. I helped her through it. But basically, if Sally was right here, what we did with Sally would be saying this to herself. And let's go through it. And again, you would say, today I understand that I am free. Today I understand I am free. And I would say, Sally, understand that you're free. I want you to visualize all the freedom in your world. Visualize all the shoulds. I should have done this. I should have done that. All the shoulds. Picture all the shoulds leaving your right elbow, because that would drain the physical part of it. Picture all the shoulds. And again, as you do this, as you're doing this, Sally, when you're 10 years old, you should have done something. You should have done this. Remember this. You never, ever do anything that's wrong at that moment. Now, it might not be right for society, but that at that moment, what you did was right. Even though it might have been wrong, you justified, because human beings are the only species that can justify anything. So I want you to understand that when Sally was doing this, and you'll see in the video, I understand I'm free. Now here's the thing with freedom. We're all free. Freedom comes from within. We're all free. It's always the circumstances. You can never change the circumstances the only way you feel about it. So again, you have to understand that we're all free. Now, as we did this with Sally, and she was saying, okay, so today I am free. I want you to visualize, Sally, all the shoulds that are coming into your mind. Picture when you're 20, 21. I want you to visualize that image of what you should have done, just disappearing, leaving your right elbow, draining out of the right elbow into the earth to be recycled. I want you to visualize freedom coming in the top of your head, freedom coming in from all positions of your body, all freedom coming in. I surrender and release all the shoulds in my life, all the shoulds, because the past is done and the future is coming up. We just live in the present. So I want you to understand that. So as you do the Big Four process, you start to understand that every day. Now here's the key to the Big Four process. The subconscious picks these cards out. And I tell any of you, if I ask you what emotions affecting you right now, you can think of something. And I see in practice in my Zooms, it's never the case. It's always something that's subconscious. Now, the shoulds could have been anything in her life. Maybe she should have helped out her kid more. Maybe she should have not get this job. But it's all irrelevant right now, because that's the past. And the past we can't worry about, because we worry about the past and we have stress about the future. You can't worry about either one. You live in a moment. So I want you to understand that as you start to do this process every day, you're going to pick out what's bothering you. Again, because let's go through the mentals. It could have been, so I understand is that's God. So one thing I didn't mention, and mention right now, she kind of blamed God for it. But that's not God's fault. God gives you what? God gives you creation, not dictation. God doesn't care what you do, because that's free will. It's you do what you do what's within you. But God doesn't give you, he doesn't direct your life, because that would be a dictation, and we're in creation in any God that you believe in. So here's a mental, I understand. Another mental is I speak. Now, if she would have pulled out speak, if she would have pulled out this, I would have said to her, who are you not telling that you want freedom from? A husband? A boyfriend? A mate? Whatever? So if number 5 came out, she wasn't speaking the truth of this freedom. If number 3rd came out, always look at 3rd as self-esteem. I do freedom. So who's blocking you from doing freedom? If it was it would be a different mantra, because the mantra is what pulls all 4 things together. The mantra is what combines all these 4. These are 3 vibrations. The mantra brings all 4 vibrations together to do this. So the other one now, so we did I speak, I do, I understand. So again, if it was the first, I am. So I am my own freedom. In that case, if she pulled out I am, I would ask her, why are you not being free? It's not someone else's fault, it's your fault. And the 6th one, I see. So then I would say, well, what in the future are you blocking that you can't have freedom? Are you going through a divorce? Are you losing a job? What's going through? And then another one is the 2nd, I feel. Now, I feel, when you have I feel freedom, when someone pulls out this card, I feel, it means they don't feel the freedom they have. Now, what's interesting with I feel is they may have all the freedom in the world, but they just don't feel it. And then the 4th one is I love. So I love, if she pulled out I love and had freedom, I would have asked her, why don't you love your freedom? Why do you feel guilty? Now, guilty might have been the next emotion that she pulled out if she did it again tomorrow. So that's the 7 mental cards. Some people call them chakras. Now, the emotional, there's 10 emotional cards, and just go through them. First one's heartache. So when she pulls out this should, when someone pulls out this card, you are experiencing the top emotion, not the bottom. We convert the top emotion into the emotional with the altering emotional cards. That's what they are. So that's one, the shoulds. Let's go through another one. Anger and hatred, forgiveness. So when you pull this card out, that means you hate. So if someone pulls out, I love, if these 2 cards, I would ask them right away, what do you love about being angry and hateful? What do you love about being angry? Again, that goes a little more involved, but you may love being angry because that's maybe the way you're brought up. Maybe your parents fought their whole life, and you, from birth to 7 years old, all you experienced was anger. So that's why we have to convert anger to forgiveness. And then another one, so another emotion would be heartache. Change shame to pride. You can change guilt, fault, and blame to goodness. anxiety, tension to effortlessness. So we go through them. Now these are the 10 emotions, and there's a lot more than 10 emotions there. So to block energy points, every disease is expressed in the body, in the organ, gland, or system. So these are just different ones here. You got the spleen, you got the stomach, you got small intestine. And then this here is your location cards. When you pull this card out, the subconscious, that pulls out the card here, and that will tell you where it is on here. So that's the big four process. Again, this is, it took me 20, 30 years to do this. I'm excited about it. It's a process that not many people know about. If watching this video, you're one of the few beginning ones that are doing it. I did get my doctor in medical humanities to help prove this. That's when I wrote the book, 4 Steps to a Better Life. This explains a lot of stuff here, has a lot of little stories in it of people curing themselves, and it unconventional, I should say. And we also remember we are electrical magnetic beings. We are electrical. So we are a live energetic field in us. The subconscious does the picking here, not us. 95% of who you are is your subconscious. 5% is your conscious mind. This is your dreams, and this is your reality right here. So you can be dreaming about anything you want, but your reality is right here. So I want you to just think about this stuff. Any questions, you can text me, phone number, text me, or email me at drdecanto@verizon.net, dr.decanto. The website, findyourblocks.com. And again, subscribe, and I appreciate it. And thank you kindly for spending this little time with me. I'll be posting more. I've been busy lately. Thank you again.